The business end of the Louis Vuitton Cup began today under bright sunshine on the stunning waters off Barcelona, with the first day of the Louis Vuitton Cup Semi-Finals seeing two utterly ruthless performances from the top two challenger teams to emerge from the initial round-robin series, INEOS Britannia and Rossa Prada Pirelli. On a shifting and tricky day, with a 7-13-knot wind coming in across the Mediterranean from the south-southwest, it was time for the superstars of the sport to shine, and they did so with clinical execution. With Sir Ben Ainslie's selection of the Swiss Alinghi Red Bull Racing, tight racing was expected, but apart from some initial exchanges in the pair's opening race, it was all one-way traffic in favour of the British. Britannia looked to have the horsepower that the team were demanding early in the competition, both upwind and downwind, and in both races the British were able to stretch into enormous leads that were never challenged. 2 race wins from 2 and INEOS Britannia are on a roll after a performance the likes of which haven't been seen by a British boat in living memory in the America's Cup. Speaking afterwards, Dylan Fletcher, Olympic gold and silver medalist and port helm on INEOS Britannia, confirmed that confidence was building in the team, but remained measured about their performance, saying, "We've been working hard since the round robins, a massive effort from the shore team to get Britannia ready for the semis, and it feels like we're building some good momentum. It was a very tough day out there, with the breeze up and down, we weren't really sure and it was difficult to know what jib to be on. So we are happy to get through it, and I'm sure Alinghi Red Bull Racing are going to come out fighting even harder tomorrow." For Arnaud Sarafagis, skipper of Alinghi Red Bull Racing, it was a very different set of emotions, with the young Swiss staying positive despite the heavy losses today, saying, "It was tough conditions. We made mistakes for sure, but we tried what we could to come back. We took some wrong decisions in the first race when the right side was paying, and then in the second race just before the start we went into a lull in the breeze, and then from there it was game over. INEOS did a really good job. We just need to stay focused, fight every day, and you never know what can happen." In the other Louis Vuitton Cup semi-final matchup, Rossa Prada Pirelli faced down the challenge of New York Yacht Club American Magic, who have been on the back foot since the injury to their port helm Paul Goodison and some momentum-sapping performances at the end of the round-robin series. The racing was tight, with the Americans taking control early in both matches through some brilliant sailing from Tom Slingsby, but then small manoeuvre errors just crept in when it mattered most. When behind, Rossa's helmsman Jimmy Spithill and Francesco Bruni kept the races tight, and the Italian team took their opportunities with both hands when they presented themselves. The final tally at the end of a thrilling opening day shows Rossa Prada Pirelli at 2-0 in the standings, but Francesco Bruni was keen to highlight just how close he felt the racing was, saying, "The conditions were super hard, a real struggle today out there. It was very hard to have a read of the pressure and the performance of the boat, and it was so shifty and puffy." Tom Slingsby meanwhile bemoaned the execution errors, but still very much feels that the team are getting closer and have more than a chance of success going forwards, saying, "We're really happy with the way we sailed."
The Louis Vuitton Cup Semi-Finals have arrived, so let's do this.
Certainly a day of not how you start, but how you finish. Tommy did a really good job getting the boat off the line, winning the first crosses, getting control of the race, leading both races at the top mark. And race 1, they opened up a 300 or so meter lead and got a little bit ground down. It's hard to, we have to go back and look at all the video and listen to the racing and look at all the data through the boat. So we'll give a good, hard, critical analysis of how we raced the boat, but I don't think we want to lose sight of the things that we did well. We certainly don't need to change a lot in that part of it. We just need to refine and understand really from a performance perspective where we were strong and where we were weak, because when you watch it on the telly, I mean, it seems like we're doing a lot of things really well. I mean, that second race in particular, they were just bloody unlucky coming into the bottom, just being within a length of laying the left turn and having to jibe and sail into, at least as we saw it, about 5.5 knots of breeze there on the right-hand gate mark. And so, those are tough ones, but they battled back, and I don't know what the final delta was in that last one, but it was, 6 or 7 seconds after, a really tricky race.
Come on!
Both teams sailed well. I think at American Magic we have to continue to play to our strengths, and what an awesome day for Lucas Calabresi to step in and race the boat in the manner that he did. both the helmsmen did a really good job today, and it was awesome to have the support of Paul Goodison up in our weather station. It truly is a team effort, and as we know, having been in this situation before, we know there's a lot of meat on this bone left, and so we got to keep chipping along with it.
Yeah, so it was good to get the semi-finals underway today. 2 races for us against Alinghi. And obviously great for the team to be able to come away with 2 wins. So yeah, very happy with that. Obviously tricky conditions actually in the end. Forecast was a bit different to what we actually got out there. Lots of variation in the breeze across the course, and particularly in the starting area it was very light. There was obviously potential for unforced errors even before entering. So you've got to have your wits about you in those conditions and make sure you just keep it clean and keep it on the foils, and we managed to do that all right in that second race. It's obviously great to start with 2 points today. We'll have 2 more races tomorrow. So yeah, as I say, good look at it tonight, see where we can improve, and hopefully come out and have a repeat performance tomorrow.
Oggi è il primo giorno di round robin, è ufficialmente l'inizio della Louis Vuitton Cup. La Louis Vuitton Cup è fondamentale per noi perché chi vince arriva al match della Coppa America a sfidare il defender. Questo vuol dire che ce la giocheremo in mare, quindi dobbiamo essere concentrati in tutti i settori.
Sono molto emozionato perché oggi è la mia prima gara ufficiale, rientro in barca dopo un piccolo infortunio e poi è l'inizio della Louis Vuitton Cup contro i neozelandesi, ed ecco, è un bel inizio col botto.
Bene, alla grande. Ci siamo cari.
Ci siamo, dobbiamo vincere per forza oggi ordinatori.
Prontissimi?
Well, it is actually really tricky. There's nothing good on the horizon. I don't want to say that to the whole team, but you know, it's quite tricky. We're ready for everything.
Direi che ci ha beccato sto giro. Dobbiamo bagnarci.
Series is on. The defender is the Rossa Prada Pirelli. Split tag. Oh, big touchdown there against Team New Zealand. Off the balls, massive twist on the sides. Just huge great to the Rossa Prada Pirelli at the start there. Massive deficit for Team New Zealand to make up. It's big best for coming back to
Siamo in semifinale, che era il primo passo importante comunque da raggiungere, rimane l'amaro del risultato di oggi, però insomma siamo convinti di avere un mezzo molto performante, quindi si tratta di fare una serie di brief e vedere dove migliorare, dove abbiamo sbagliato, abbiamo tutto nelle nostre mani.